I'm James Knox, Head of ESG for Ricoh UK, and my hope for climate action over the next 5 years is that we broaden the conversation beyond simply measuring the in-use emissions during a product's use phase and starting to place more an emphasis on circularity, so circular economy principles and levels of post-consumer recycled content. Don't get me wrong, lower in-use emissions are important. They help organisations reduce both carbon emissions and operating costs, and that should absolutely continue to be encouraged. But by the time a product reaches the customer, much of its environmental impact has already occurred. The extraction, processing and manufacturing of raw materials represent a huge part of the broader climate challenge. According to the United Nations Environment Programme, resource extraction and processing account for more than 55% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Other studies suggest that almost 45% of global emissions are linked to the production of materials, products, and food. Yet, most of the procurement decisions and most of today's legislation focus primarily on emissions after the product has already been manufactured and transported. I believe we need to rebalance that approach. If buyers choose products with high levels of post-consumer recycled material and products that are designed for reuse, repair and recovery, we reduce demand for virgin resources and keep valuable materials in circulation for longer. This is especially important because our global economy remains overwhelmingly linear. Today, only around 7% of the materials that we consume come from recycled sources, meaning more than 90% of the world's material demand is still met by virgin resources. Over the next 5 years, I would like to see stronger targets and legislation that reward circularity, recycled content, and resource inefficiency, alongside carbon reduction. Because climate action shouldn't just focus on how efficiently we use products after they've been made. It should also focus on integrally how we use the Earth's resources before they are made. In my view, the next stage of climate action is not simply about consuming less energy, it's about consuming fewer raw materials.